think that when you want to post stuff about marriage, about being a better spouse for your spouse, about working on your marriage, family, all of that, some funny people will jump out and start asking very funny questions. Funny people asking funny questions. You'll just be hearing stuff like, how long have you been married for now?
Oh, Mumu, not too much.
How old is your marriage? How old are you? Are you even married?
God have mercy upon us.
You didn't grow up in a home. You didn't watch your father and your mother do marriage. You do not understand the fact that experiences are not only gotten from what you go through personally. Some of us have our parents married for like 20 something years, 40, 50, 60, 35. And you think that growing up in that setting, you won't learn one or two things. Now, the thing is not about being qualified to talk about it. Is the person making sense? And trust me, if you keep asking questions like, when did you get married? Are you even married? You will miss out. You will miss what you should pick. And then some people will be like, leave marriage talk for people who have been married for 40 years, 30 years and above. Says who? I saw one comment under Pastor Femi Lazarus's post. He made a video, one of his church messages, and somebody went under the comments and said something like, how long have you even been married? Not Pastor Femi Lazarus, pardon me, Pastor Iren. Somebody went there to ask, how old is your marriage? Self, you're please qualified to talk about marriage.
Oh, Mumu, not too much.
This social media will make anybody talk to you anyhow, like people who are not even up to par, And the comments that followed suit, they made me happy because people, they schooled him. They schooled the guy or the man. Which brings me to the fact that you don't need to be married for 50 years and above to be qualified to talk about marriage. Because let me tell you something. Some people who have been married for 20 years and above, some of them have been through hell and back. Some of them still stayed in those marriages to keep, how do they say this thing? To put up face so that people don't say you got married and you got divorced. They want that thing of, oh, she suffered and still stayed in the marriage. Oh, he suffered and still stayed in the marriage. And then there's the thing of, oh, the children. She stayed because of the children. Oh, what will people say? And you stay. Some people don't get to make it out alive. So that somebody has been married for 25 years and above doesn't still qualify them to speak on marriage or family. Right? Because everyone's experience is unique to them. But at the same time, two people can be going through the same kind of issue or marital problem, right? So this is to say that instead of pointing out who is saying what, try to see if it's something that if there's something you can pick out and use it to work on your own self or your own marriage, because people drop tips, people give this advice, sometimes unsolicited, just because we don't want to see marriages break. So if there's something that you see out there or you hear out there and it is profitable, wisdom, they say, is profitable to direct. Be discerning to know which one applies to you and that you can use to make your relationship with your spouse better. Now this brings me to the Equatorial Guinea or Guinean man, whatever they're called. Just hold on. Let me check what someone from Equatorial Guinea is called. So we learn every day. Voila! I was right. Equatorial Guinean. So this Equatorial Guinean man, that has been trending. Let me move this thing a bit. So it is said that this man slept with 400 women. Not 40, not 4. 400 women.
Really, nigga?
Might just be the next King Solomon. Or that person where they catch 90 teeth kind of, situation.
God have mercy upon us.
400 women against one man. Who do we blame? The 400 or the one? How did one man get to deceive or get to have 400 women at different times, some of whom he worked with? So how did they not know themselves? Women and gossip, how did they not all women, some women, how did Miss A or Mrs. A not relate to Mrs. B or Miss B that, no go near this man, no, don't go near this man, he's like this, he's like that, Slept with the president's daughter, slept with his own brother's wife, the extremity, slept with colleagues and all whatnot. I'm going to read a post by someone I respect so much. In fact, his posts, some if not all, I love and I take because they are profitable. He posted, "There is no excuse for cheating. But have you been praying for your man? Question mark. I know he has to be firm in his discipline and focus, but your prayers are his reinforcement when his effort fails. Dear wives, where your faithful husband goes looking for his daily bread to be able to provide for his home, there are desperate women who come there with a deliberate intention to make your husband their own daily bread. Please never stop praying for your man. It is not just a matter of discipline and focus. By strength shall no man prevail." 1 Samuel 2 verse 9. I hope you understand this expression. So while I understand that he means well, he couldn't have said it better. But I want to ask a question. Who prays for the woman that prays for the man? Who watches the back of the woman who watches the back of the man in prayers? 400 women. Most of them were married. Or let me not say most. Some were married. But like I heard, majority are married women. They have husbands. So these women, some were or are working class women. When they go out to also seek their own daily bread, that also comes back into the home, who prays for them. Because trust me, women face temptations. Speaking from experience, oh yes, we face temptations on daily basis. That you're just walking past men on the street, you're driving out, or you're jumping on the bus, or it's temptation, huge temptation. Because you're getting, oh baby girl, how are you doing? Oh fine girl, oh blah, blah, oh, this, that one. Nah, here. Who will be praying for that woman? If you ask me, or not, but I'll still say it. Man, pray for your wife. Woman, pray for your husband. In fact, the man see, when you become a husband, the authority you carry spiritually, it's not something you should joke with. In fact, I think that the way it is set up, the man has more hand spiritually in his family, in that ministry he has in place, because your family is your ministry. Yes. So if you're not praying for your wife as well, whether she's a working class or not, she still goes out, she meets men, right? She associates with men. But then for the one who, choose to remember where they're coming from, remember that, oh, I'm married, whether you're praying for them or not, also pray for her. Yes, pray for her. Because one thing you don't realize is, as you pray for her, you also pray for yourself. Let's not keep making these things one-sided. It takes two. I understand that the Bible says a wise woman builds her home. It takes two. There is the place of a wise man as well. Before you get a Proverbs 31 woman, there is a Proverbs 31 man. Let's go to Proverbs 31 or 30. Is it Proverbs 30? A Proverbs 31 man trusts his wife. He encourages his wife. He praises his wife. He is disciplined rather. He is compassionate. He is protective. He is active. He is a man of character and courage. You have to be a Proverbs 31 man to seek a Proverbs 31 woman. You need to fear the Lord. You need to listen to instruction. You need to reject the ways of fools, scoffers, sluggards. The first 10 verses of Proverbs 31, along with the Proverbs 30 chapters, describe what a Proverbs 31 woman expects from her husband. So, Proverbs 31 man begets Proverbs 31 woman. And there's the balance. I pray for you, you pray for me. You pray for me, I pray for you. You look out for me, I look out for you, and that's the way you should go. Because trust me, some of these men take it for granted. I married a praying woman, and then they just live their life anyhow, carelessly. Anyway, I'm not here to judge anybody. I don't know the man. I don't know the women. No one is right. The women, all wrong. The man, very wrong. The people in this whole mess, like the people who are going to put in the line of fire, it's the wife of the man, his 6 kids. He might even have more and the wife doesn't know. And then the husbands of those women he did whatever it is he did with. In this world where a lot of people are just going haywire, acting foolishly, you say you love someone, you get married, and then you just can't sit at a place, you just can't Stay one place and focus. Everybody cannot be mad at the same time. We cannot all roam the streets mad. Let's have sane people who would call out the ones who are raving mad, the ones who are on the verge of, taking off their clothes and becoming crazy, or still putting on their clothes and being crazy. Let's just try to be better people, better spouses, better girlfriends, better boyfriends. It doesn't take that much. That's what you signed up for. You gotta keep working to make it work until you are satisfied that, okay, I have done everything. Don't stop doing. However, if it's gotten out of hand, like physically, you just try to separate, see if it's something you can work on while apart. If not, run. But if it's not physical and the person is not abusing you emotionally or any of those terrible things, keep working to make it work. Okay, till I see you next time. Bye.